Justin, today I want to take a few minutes and give people an update on the video that you did last year,
Yeah.
where you were talking about the fix up funds that we have available for our clients.
Hmm.
And it's a great video. You guys are going to want to check that out. We'll link that in the show notes. But it's been about a year since you put that out, and wanted to have a follow up on that. So just take 40 seconds to just remind people what that is.
Yeah.
And let's talk about some instances where people have taken
Sure.
advantage of it.
Yeah. Well, that was a fun video to create. It was a hot summer day, and I actually shot that video
That
in
was
front
funny.
of a home that had no business being on the market in
Yeah.
its condition, in its
Yeah.
current condition. And it had, inoperable cars in the driveway. It had tires all around, it had trash, debris. The yard was burned up. Trees
That's
were
right.
growing to the house. I mean, it was in bad shape.
But you made the point really
I
well
made the
by
point,
shooting that in
which
front of that
is
house.
you shouldn't put a home on the market like that. We're in a market that is maybe evolving and changing a little bit, and a seller is just not going to get a pass
Yeah.
on putting their home on the market in as is condition. And most everybody that's bought a home in the last few years will consult with them on selling their home, and we recognize that they have a tremendous amount of equity in the home. But as we're sitting down, and part of our consultation, as you know, is going through the home and saying, what can we do at minimal or no cost to really make this house look a lot better?
Right.
And so, we see that the huge equity position they have, and we say, we need to tackle these projects. They say, we don't have any money. And we recognize that that's a common problem here in the area. And so what do you do if you're going to put your home on the market? Sell it as is and leave money on the table.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. So many people aren't willing to go through this process of having a handyman come over, cleaners come over, landscapers come over. And maybe they're willing, but they don't have any money to do it. And so we offer a really unique offering, I think. I've never seen it anywhere else.
I don't know anybody else doing it.
And that is, we have a $5,000 loan, fix up your home to get it on the market loan. There's no short way of saying that. That's exactly what those funds can be used for. And it's just based on the equity position. That's how we make the decision. And so it's $5,000. There's zero interest, zero payments for 90 days. And why 90 days? Because we feel like we can get your home sold, that you can do those repairs, we can get on the market, get it under contract, and get it sold and cleared out by 90 days. And then with the proceeds of the sale of your home, then you pay us back that $5,000.
Yeah.
So people are using it in a lot of different ways. I know you had a client recently, a huge success story with her.
Yeah, I did. I mean, this was a property that we'd managed for a couple of years. It had been a rental prior to us managing it for a few years. And so by the time the last tenants moved out, it looked like a rental home. It was tired. And so she's got a lot of things going on in her life that require funds and cash. And so she was a little low on money in her bank account. And I said, look, we've got this fix-up loan that we're offering, really unique. You would be a great fit for it because she had some good equity in the home. And I said, let's lend you some money. And let's get some things done to really make an impact on this home. So we did some new flooring, drywall repair. We really spruced up the curb appeal of the home by cutting back some landscaping. I actually put new shutters on the house, some new light fixtures. And, with that few $1,000s, I think we increased the value of our home probably $8,000 to $10,000. And consequently, when we put it on the market, we had a strong response, and we got it sold quickly. Another thing too is, some homes require some repairs. These are not cosmetic things, but actual repairs.
Right.
That might be, the air conditioner is not working well, or the door needs repair or whatever. Get some of those things done and taken care of before you put it on the market.
Yeah, which brings me to another point. I mean, obviously, we want to make that $5,000 go as far as possible, but sometimes we have to fix some things that would be considered lender-required repairs. So if your home is in a price range where you want to attract an FHA borrower, let's not wait for the appraiser to call it out and then delay the deal.
Peeling paint on the exterior, roofing problems.
Right, maybe a broken window, not a punched out window, but just something with a little crack. An FHA appraiser is going to call that, and it's just going to be a delay.
Yeah.
And so, you can use them for FHA repairs. I have a story of one of the clients that used this last year that I thought was kind of touching. It's an older lady in her 80s living in a 2-story home. The original owner of this home, about 30 years old, so it was definitely tired and needed a full remodel. And to get around in this 2-story home, she had a lift that went up and down the stairs. She'd sit in and it would take her upstairs. That broke down. She knew she had to get out quickly. Tremendous equity in this home. Yeah. Almost had it free and clear. Mm-hmm. And she didn't have any money to move out. She had kids and grandkids living there, and all of them needed to leave so that we could get this home sold. We didn't put a dime into the house, but here's what she did with that $5,000. She went out and found a wonderful place to rent for the rest of her years. She'll be very comfortable.
Yeah.
It's all on the main floor, handicap accessible. She needed the money for the first month's rent and the deposit. And so we were so thrilled to be able to provide that for her, and it just worked out so well.
Great candidate for those funds.
And we don't really care necessarily what you do with those funds. I mean, we want to consult with you to see what is the highest and best use for $5,000 or less. You don't have to take the full $5,000. But somebody asked us, in fact, I encouraged them, could we use it for some new furniture? Great. I'm a huge believer in staging your home. So if you want to buy some new furniture to stage your home and make it look amazing, buy some decor items, you're going to take it with you to your next home. It's going to increase the saleability, not always the value, but certainly the saleability when you stage your home. I mean, it's really pretty loose. We don't really, I'm not going to tell you too much about it because, again, it's an equity decision. How much equity do you have in that home?
Yeah. I mean, we want to use it for things that are related to the real estate transaction.
Sure.
We don't want people taking a vacation to Disneyland or something like that with
not.
the funds. But, the example you gave earlier with the sweet lady that needed the moving funds, I thought was a very appropriate way to use that and needed to happen. I mean, she is on a fixed income, didn't have the money to post those deposits in first month's rent. So, and she needed to move out. We needed to vacate that home.
We couldn't have
sold it with the home, with as many people are living there and that kind of thing. So,
well, we had a young family in Provo that needed to move out, and he's actually in construction, and boy, I'll tell you, he made that. I think they borrowed $3,500, something like that. They made that go a long ways, mostly because he did a lot of it himself. Yeah,
used the money mostly for materials and did the work himself, and so that was a great use of those funds.
I've got another one actually right now that is they just wanted to do new carpet on the main floor. It was hammered, and boy, it sure made a big difference. And for us, we have a lot of these contractors that you can tap into. So that was our flooring specialist. And, he went down there and measured up, bid it out for him. The carpet was installed 2 weeks later. They sent us the bill. We paid for it. And then, of course, this particular seller will just see it at closing. They'll see that bill, and we'll get our money back. And you've really improved your chances of selling the home.
Well, let's wrap this up. But before we do, let's just reiterate, how mechanically how this loan works. What do we need to see in order to get this loan to somebody?
Right. Well, I would really recommend that you watch the original video that I shot last year. And then we need a listing agreement.
Yes.
And then there's a simple 2-page document that just spells out the terms of that loan. And you just we can prepare it for you to digitally sign right along with the listing agreement. And like I say, it's a huge benefit. We make it super easy. It's just one of the many perks, I think, of working with us.
Sure.
We think out of the box. We want to provide solutions to you and provide, a certain amount of convenience as well. Yeah. And so let's do some business. And if you could benefit by that, call us.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very unique. Just fast forwarding, just to kind of complete that last thought. When the home sells, you're going to have your mortgage payoff and you're going to have some taxes due and things like that. You'll have an invoice from our company for that loan.
Yeah.
So that'll be deducted from your seller proceeds.
Yeah.
And so that's how we get paid back. It comes out of the equity of your home.
Yeah.
So again, great program. Justin was the brilliance behind that. And I just think it's made a big difference in, 8 or 9 people have probably taken advantage of that.
Mm-hmm.
We'd be happy to fund more of those loans.
Yeah.
Not everybody's going to need that, but it's another tool available, another difference, like you said, with working with us. So.